This right here is my Apple Watch, and this is where my Apple Watch has sat the past 5 days. At the end of my last vlog, I told you guys I was finally on the upswing after getting my vaccine, and that thing seriously just kicked my butt. Like, I have not done anything in all of these days, which is why I haven't put on my Apple Watch. There's just no point. I don't even want to look at the depressing amount of steps I have been taking in a day. It's seriously probably like 50. I've not been doing anything, and I've just been so exhausted because the bad part of the vaccine really only lasted 24 hours, and that was like the flu-like symptoms, the nausea, the body aches, the fever, all of that. But now I am experiencing crazy exhaustion, and it's so hard to tell for me because that's what a lot of people are saying, that the vaccine is making them really fatigued and tired days after they get it, even over a week in some cases. But it's so hard for me to say because I'm always tired. I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm always tired. Weekends hit, I'm tired. But this weekend in particular, I feel like I have been exhausted. Like, where it's exhausting even just to like stand up. I can't even explain it, but it feels different than the normal tiredness I experience. I said in the last video, none of this is to scare you. It's to be transparent, which I think is so important. I think it's refreshing to hear someone say, hey, the vaccine kind of kicked my butt a bit, but I am so happy I got it. I'm feeling better. And just keep in mind, the vaccine is nothing compared to what could happen if you get COVID, compared to the alternative. I'm just saying. On another note, we have got a lot of boxes and packages in the mail, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for another edition of My Boyfriend Rates My Outfits, where right now we're only missing one thing. Voila! We've got my boyfriend over here. I have no idea if that edit is gonna work out. That was kind of the biggest fail. But he is back and at it for another edition of My Boyfriend Rates My Outfit, where I did this last year when I had that clothing allowance for work that I had not made a dent in all year. As you guys know, we get one for each year of our contract, and I feel like you're supposed to use it throughout the year, but I just never do. I always forget, and then I end up just having to go on like a shopping spree at the end of my contract, the end of my year, and that is what I have done. But rather than showing you my new work clothes, we're gonna have Zach get his say, which is really dangerous because, a little backstory, Zach and I have totally different ideas of fashion and what looks good and all of that.
Well, yeah, one of us is fashionable and it's not the news reporter.
The rules are, Zach's gonna have the whiteboard. He's gonna rate it 1 through 10, 1 being this was awful, 10 being this was amazing. I reminded you last time, this doesn't have to do with me. Like, don't be like, oh, I need to rate like high. It has to do with the outfit. We respect honesty. I don't know why I wanted to put that in your chest, so
Good luck.
thanks. And I told Zach I'm not giving him any input as to my thoughts. It's purely what you think of the ensemble.
This is hard because I just don't know if she likes these or not, so it's always
To break my heart. But like, just, we've established that we have different fashion tastes.
So it's out of 10?
Out of 10, because you're pure honesty. So yeah, don't.
I'm not trying to lie, no one said that. I'm just looking at it.
What is that? 7.5 for this? This was one of the most hideous things I've ever put on my body. I was not expecting it to look like this at all.
Yeah, that might have been biased towards you thought you like it.
I know, I did come out, so I'm like, hi, I love it.
Yeah.
No, this is actually tragic. Guys, can you imagine me like reporting somewhere like, oh my God, just looking in the viewfinder is like upsetting.
Yeah, that's probably more of a 5, but I've got to gauge the field here a little bit. People, be careful. This is a little bit of a trick. She always goes, be honest, but you gotta play the game a little bit, people. The guys know what I'm talking about. Start with like a 7, just see, you gotta start, you start to figure out, like a 7 doesn't break her heart either way. We're just figuring it out.
We want honest, Zach. I wasn't giving you a kiss. I wasn't giving you a kiss for those lines.
All right, next. Your walk. Your bra.
Oh. I was gonna say this one might not be appropriate for, it's just a little, yeah. It doesn't close any more than that.
Oh, really?
No, I did this just to flaunt it all.
Well.
Honesty.
Well, yeah, but if it closed, I think it actually would be better. All right, ready?
Yeah. 8.5.
Yeah, Yeah, I think we just find something to close it up. I think it looks nice.
Yeah, to be honest, my thoughts on it, when I was putting it on, I was like, oh my gosh, I really love this, I love it. And then this is just the biggest, like, it doesn't close. And obviously I can't be reporting on air like, hi guys. But oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm really pale right now. It's not looking the best with the white, but shoot. I love the flowy sleeves and everything. You feel me on that one?
We don't get noise complaints now for this.
Oh gosh, it's not even stomping, it's lightly scurrying.
This is a tough one. It's like plain, and then it's like kind of not, because it's like a little tie. It looks nice, and it's hard to like judge your work clothes because you wouldn't wear that anywhere else.
7.
Like for work.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not fashionable.
Yeah, it kind of makes me look like a pilgrim. And in the model picture, she looked so fashionable, and not me. That sucks. So you're actually not ranking the skirt. I've had this skirt for years.
Oh, I was about to say I like the skirt.
Oh, well, I've had the skirt for years in the closet. This is the outfit.
It actually looks better on camera.
What?
Like when I looked at the camera, I like the color looked nicer.
So just so everyone knows, in real life, this actually looks like crap. Shirt style 7, color 5. You hate the color?
Just in person, it doesn't look.
It looks cheap, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's my complaint with this shirt. I love like a nice yellow blouse. It's very, very cheap. Just to show its pants.
I don't know what kind of fashion show I'm at.
Come on, this is the best one possible.
Is that your Irish jig?
It's pants. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Usual jumper 9, this one 4, what?
You usually look good in jumpers, and I like that. This one isn't a good one.
Wow, that makes me feel so like, usually you're great, why do you suck now?
It's not you, it's this thing. It's not a nice one.
I don't like this one either. And it's too low cut for work.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's you, I'm saying it's the jumper.
I don't know. It looks so pretty on the model. Why?
This isn't a good one.
It's not a good one. I just don't understand where it went wrong.
Bad material.
It's really bad material. Let's blame it on the material.
Yeah.
Do we need to say anything else?
Next.
Next. Style 8, print 7. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page with this one.
I like how it looks, but like the print isn't bad.
I feel like overall I could see myself just like doing like a fun like reporting story. Every time I put on outfits now, all I'm picturing is like me at stories.
It's like a very spring, like a May, June, July.
Once again, it's not the skirt, it's the shirt.
Shirt's a little bit see-through.
Is it?
Yeah.
Will it affect my rating? 9, if not scandalous. It's a little too scandalous, guys. You probably can't even tell on camera, but it's all see-through. Once again, another outfit doomed.
Do you like it?
It wasn't scandalous. Can I just say, trying on outfits is like the worst thing in the world. 6. I don't like this either. It's just not it. Why? What did I do wrong?
Where does that lead to?
We're really getting into detail with this. 6.5 to a 7. Couldn't make up your mind?
Yeah, I just can't tell. It's not bad. I know you like pink, and I think the pink looks nice. Kind of the print again, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the print.
Yeah, I think the shirt on you looks good. Like, I think you would look good on air with that, but just whatever the flower design is.
Why? I don't understand. Everything looks awful. Like, it's a new skirt and a new shirt and I have no other outfits to pair them with, and this is just like a nightmare outfit.
It's not the worst we've seen so far, so I don't know what she's laughing at.
Shirt 7.5, skirt is 7.
Yeah, I think if you had like a white shirt with this.
Yeah, I think I just set myself up for disaster because at this point I don't even care.
I think this would look nice with something not patterned in blue.
Yeah.
By far not the worst things we've seen today.
We're really going out with a bang. My confidence, my ego, everything is just deflated at this moment, guys. Everything. That's Zach's true colors coming out right there.
Disgusting. That dress just does not do you justice.
All right, guys, so, I really don't have much to say. That was awful. And after that last clip you guys just saw, I did not end up picking up the vlog camera for the rest of the day, which was not part of the game plan. I mean, I was planning on vlogging all throughout that day, but when you try on so many pieces of clothing and all of them look so bad on you, it just puts you in a bad mood. It just does. You can blame the clothing, you can blame the style, but at the end of the day, it's on you. And I feel like by the end of that whole fashion show, like, you could just tell I was not having it. I really was not expecting everything to look as awful as it did, but it's okay. Not everything is gonna look great on you. And I was actually able to wear one of the dresses for my story yesterday, and that dress really just helped me showcase my weird self. Roll the clip. Right now I'm in the Eva G. Ferris Education Center, and we've got a lot of room, so that can only mean one thing. We're gonna be doing some dancing. And by we, I really mean he. That is John. He is, oh my gosh, showing me up. You really have to show me up, John. All right, John, I think we're gonna send it out with one last spin. You do yours, I'll do what I do best. Just go in the background, really just watch John. Back to you. You don't even want to know what I did.
One more spin and Clancy would have been out.
Wow, guys, I know by the time you're watching this is old news, but Colton Underwood just came out of the closet. I just finished watching the full GMA interview online, which I will link down below, because if you guys have not yet watched it, you have to. And I'm normally the type of person who likes to read articles. I initially read Colton's article, like, with the interview, but you have to watch this one because you can see just how terrified, I mean, that's like the only word I can think of, terrified he was to make this announcement. And for someone like me, right, someone who just truly does not look at people differently if they are gay or they're bi or they're pan, like, it just does not change how I view them, right? I'm thinking, why the heck was he so, you know, nervous about this? He said he's known since he was 6, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he has gone practically his entire life with this secret. And I'm like, why didn't he just come out? But then you look around at the world and society, and you're just so worried about what people will think. And the truth is, there are a lot of bad people out there, and that's just the truth is. But even he was nervous to tell his parents and his friends, and he's just scared of the judgment, I guess. And even though it took a long time, I'm just so happy for him, because I think things are about to get a lot better for him. I mean, I feel like he's finally gonna be able to start his life. He has lived with this secret. He was on The Bachelor. I mean, and that's why this was so shocking, I feel like, because he was The Bachelor. I mean, he's a really good looking guy. Every girl in America pretty much wanted to date him. And then he comes out with this. So I think that's why there is such a shock factor to this. But with every single instance, with every single person in my personal life who has ever come out as gay, I feel like the shock factor lasts a total of 0.5 seconds, and then you just get back to saying, oh, well, it's just Colton, he's still Colton, or it's still Susan, Betty, whoever the person is, you know? Sometimes I hesitate even talking about this kind of thing because I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm a 25-year-old straight girl, so what can I possibly add to this conversation? I don't want to sound ignorant, which, let's face it, I will always be ignorant in some way just because I don't know what it's like, but I think it is important for someone like me to come out here and say, hey, a normal human will not think of you as any different regardless of your sexuality. And anyone who does, I really just don't think they're normal. They're obviously not a good person, because why would it concern them? Like, that to me has always been the craziest thing. Why the heck would who someone chooses to date ever concern you unless that person is abusive? Like, their gender doesn't matter. The only time you should ever be concerned about who someone's dating is if they're a bad person and you're worried about your friend. But other than that, it just doesn't make any sense at all. I'm really happy for him, and I'm happy for what this means, because I think a lot more people are going to be comfortable coming out of the closet, especially athletes and people who maybe you might not suspect, people who were scared about, you know, society standards. And I'm so happy he's finally able to say all this. And actually, Zach and I were just talking about this because I think it's a pretty interesting perspective as a football player.
I don't know if the right word, it stinks, or it's just sad to think that someone, he says he knew he was different when he was 6 years old. He was praying to God that he would take the gay away. I mean, that's what he said. It's not me saying that. From a young man, athlete perspective, I think it is very interesting, because I think a lot of people grow up, you try to be masculine, you're pushed to suppress your feelings. I'm not saying everybody is, and I grew up in a loving family. My mom was very loving, but I think you try to be manly on a football field and whatnot, where, not to say that if you're gay you can't be manly, I just think you're almost pushed in one direction, where people like him coming out is really cool and a big deal. I know Michael Sam, that came out probably, I don't know the timeline, it was probably 7 years ago at this point, which was a big deal. Michael Sam played in the NFL for a little bit. But no, I think it's something that needs to be talked about more. I think they say this a lot with racial things, but like, you need to see someone that looks like you doing something and then you can believe in it.
Yeah.
I think it's like almost, I would have to assume it's pretty similar. Like, oh, like I saw Colton come out, so now I might feel more comfortable to come out and it not be as big of a deal. Not as big of a deal, but like shouldn't be as concerned about the repercussions.
Zach just kicked us out because he is on a work meeting right now, so clearly us being co-workers not really working out. But no, this was a very random ending to the vlog, but I thought it'd be cool to talk about it on here and to open up the conversation a little bit more. And if there's anyone out there who's watching this and maybe you're feeling some of the same thoughts that Colton was feeling, I just want to tell you, like, I just want to hug you first of all, but I just want to tell you there is nothing wrong with what you were feeling. Never be ashamed of who you are. Like, there's just it, like, science, math, it doesn't make sense of why it would ever be a bad thing. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you later.